Cares Christmas, spreading joy through Joburg on Hot 1027.
Well, it's our final Hot Cares Christmas of the week, and it's the story of a little girl by the name of Jean-Marie Jacobs. She's only 8, and she's gone through so much in that 8 years.
A very, very sad story indeed, Tony. Jean-Marie was born to parents who were not only involved in alcohol abuse, but also drug abuse, living on the streets. Just imagine that, battling to put one foot in front of the other.
Davina Leenders has become almost like a second mother to Jean-Marie, and she wrote to Hot Cares Christmas at hot1027.co.za, telling us all about Jean-Marie's story, and she joins us on the line this morning. Good morning, Davina. Now, for the benefit of everyone, tell us about little Jean-Marie.
Okay, basically, I have had her parents living on our property sort of paying/non-paying tenants for a few years now. She was born to her parents 8 years ago. They were, into drugs and alcohol, living on the street. Welfare basically ended up taking her away from them and placing her with her grandmother. So for the last 6.5 years, she's basically been living with her grandmother. The other children, which is the parents, I still call the children, they've grown up, they're off the street thanks to another friend of mine. The one is now employed, they don't do drugs or anything anymore, they're trying to clean up their act as far as being able to look after children, etc. She fell pregnant with another child 2.5 years ago, so that one does live with them. But during lockdown, the grandmother didn't have Jean-Marie in school and was trying to homeschool her herself. And the father was looking after the 2.5-year-old, being a stay-at-home father. Now, this year I realized the frustration for him that he cannot get a job and that he's a stay-at-home father. She doesn't earn a lot of money, and most of that goes to Pampers and, formula for the little one, and doesn't really take much cash home. And they can't afford to educate their children. So I stepped in and I said to him, listen, if you can go and get a job, I will make sure your little one is in a creche. And I took it upon myself to try and organize that. And then I thought, well, hang on a minute, what about the other child? Because she's living with Omar, but she's not at school. Omar is trying to homeschool her, but Omar is not really qualified to homeschool her. So between myself and another friend of mine, started looking around in our area and asking what school we could get her into. Now, you need to understand that Jean-Marie is ADHD. She has got global developmental slowness. She has got other problems where she's now on an antipsychotic drug because she could become quite violent, when she was in the schools previously. So she had to be on medication. I have, through my friend who's got a little bit of money than I have, we managed to take her back to the neurologist and get her back onto her script so she's on the correct medication. We managed to get her in this year, just for the last 2.5 months, basically, to the King's School in Muldersdrift.
Okay.
And it's a very small school, and I think that's perfect for her because she can't be in a government school where you've got like 60 children per class. She needs more individualized attention. And I can't also afford to get her into a special school because I need something within my area that I can drive to, because I'm the one who's transporting the children to their schools and picking them up and everything, and I've got a full-time job. So my problem is that we have managed to pay, obviously, for the school fees for the last 2.5 months. And now I've got a problem in that I've got to, look for money for her to go to school next year. When she went for her first day to this little school, their principal, also name is Davina, she sent me a video clip and she said, I cannot believe it. This little child just came and hugged me and said, I can't believe it. I have my own school. And it just breaks my heart that all she wants is to be at school. And I'm trying to afford her that. So my Christmas wish for her was basically to be able to help to provide education for her for next year and to continue with her at this school. The little one, her sister Siobhan, is at a creche just up the road, but I mean, that's 200 rand a month, which is, most of us can do that, so I'm doing that anyway. So Jean-Marie really needs to be helped. We're helping her with her development. We're helping her with physio. We're helping her with, all sorts of things. We've had her eyes fixed. We're trying to do anything that we can to get her up to a level where, she can actually be in the school properly. At the moment, she's actually going to be going back into grade R for the third time, purely because nobody has given her the attention and the work that needs to go into developing her.
Yeah. And Davina, it sounds like Jean-Marie has really crept into your heart.
Oh, definitely. She is the most adorable girl. She really is.
And also the things that she must have seen. I mean, an eight-year-old going through all this. It's a tragic story.
It is. It's also very difficult for her because what I've done in the interim is, even though she lives with her grandmother, while I've got her in school, I've arranged that she lives with her parents. Now, that's not easy, on the parents to have two children there. And it's not easy on Jean-Marie because now Jean-Marie is seeing that the little one is actually more in favor with the parents, if I can put it that way.
Yeah.
And she can feel it. She can feel that there's that little bit of a gap. And the parents do try. And boy, trust me, do I kick rear ends very often to try and help these adults be adults and be parents.
Davina, I think you and your friend and Oma have obviously done a fantastic job thus far to try and give Jean-Marie a little bit of light in her life and to get her on the right path. And Hot Cares would like to help you continue doing that. We'd like to pay for Jean-Marie's school fees for the year 2022. That's valued at 28,000 Rand.
Oh my goodness gracious, you do not know what a relief that is for me.
And also as an 8-year-old, Christmas is a big thing.
Yeah.
So we would like to give her gifts and clothing valued at 5,000 Rand.
Oh my goodness.
But wait, there's more. There's more. And we'd like to give 5,000 Rand to you and your husband that will go towards the care that you give Jean-Marie, because you two have really been absolute angels.
Yeah.
That'll go straight into my diesel account to continue transporting them.
Beautiful, Davina.
Yes, with the price of petrol being what it is.
Yeah.
Oh my word, I don't know what to say. I am so grateful, and this child is going to be, when I tell her, I know I can't necessarily tell her today, but when I tell her, she's going to be so over the moon with us. She is the most adorable child that there is around.
Davina, just to let you know that the Hot Care Christmas team will be assisting you with a total value of 38,800 Rand.
Oh my goodness. I am blown away. The wind has been knocked out of my sail here.
Well, we're blown away with your generosity.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job, Davina. And it's one of those situations where you don't really know how to get involved and if you should, but I love that you were compelled to and you just couldn't leave that gorgeous girl to the devices of the other children, as you said. So, Merry Christmas to you and the family, your extended family, to Jean-Marie and her little sibling as well, and for you and your husband who've been doing such phenomenal work.
Oh, you guys are such Christmas angels. In fact, you're all year-round angels. Thank you so much. You don't understand.
Hot Cares Christmas, spreading joy through Joburg on Hot 1027.